Hello, and welcome. Let's talk openly for a moment. Many of us are feeling the weight of the world on our shoulders right now. You see, many people, maybe even you, have reached a point where it feels like nothing is working, no matter how hard you try. It's like you're stuck in a loop, unable to break free from the cycle of disappointment and guilt. You feel as though you're giving it your all, but nothing seems to change. And let's be honest, it's exhausting. The constant push to keep moving forward, despite how heavy things have gotten, can leave you feeling completely drained. It's easy to feel as if you're not enough, no matter how much you give. But I want to tell you something important. Feeling this way doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It doesn't mean you're incapable. It means you're human. The weight of the world can get to all of us, especially when we've been carrying it for too long. But here's the thing, we don't have to carry it forever. We don't have to let this cycle define who we are. It's time to stop letting guilt take the lead in your life. Guilt is a powerful emotion, one that can drag you down and keep you trapped in a cycle of regret. It makes you question every decision you've ever made, every mistake you've ever made, as if those moments were the sum of your worth. But guilt doesn't have to control you. Yes, we all make mistakes. Yes, we all have moments where we feel we could have done better. But those moments don't have to define you. The key is recognizing that guilt, while real, is not a permanent state of being. It's an emotion that can teach you something, but it shouldn't determine your value or worth. If you've been feeling guilty about something, whether it's something in your past or something in your present, it's important to acknowledge it, but then let it go. Holding on to guilt for too long only holds you back from living the life you deserve. The first step in healing is letting go of the idea that you are defined by your mistakes. Now, let's talk about feeling devastated. Devastation can feel like the emotional equivalent of hitting rock bottom. When life throws so many challenges your way, it can leave you feeling as though there's no way out. Everything seems dark, and it's hard to see how things could possibly get better. You feel as though every ounce of energy has been drained from you, leaving you emotionally bankrupt. It's hard to imagine a way out when you feel so low. But devastation doesn't last forever. It's not a permanent state. Sometimes, the most difficult experiences in life are the ones that teach us the most about ourselves. When you feel devastated, it's because something in your life has broken, whether it's a dream, a relationship, or your own sense of self. But the beauty of that is that brokenness isn't the end. It's an opportunity for a new beginning. In fact, some of the greatest growth comes from the most painful moments. It's during times of devastation that we have the chance to rebuild, reframe, and rise stronger than before. It's important to recognize that feeling devastated doesn't mean you're weak, it means you've been through something difficult. And it's okay to feel that way. But don't let it consume you. Take the time you need to heal, but don't let that pain define you. You are more than the sum of your struggles. You are more than the devastation you feel. There is hope, even in the darkest of times. And I promise, you will find your way out of this. Now, let's address the feeling of being sick and tired. It's the kind of exhaustion that isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. It's the feeling of being worn out from fighting battles you don't feel equipped to fight. You're tired of pretending everything is okay when it's not. You're tired of pushing through when every fiber of your being is begging for rest. And most of all, you're tired of feeling as though no matter how much you give, it's never enough. Being sick and tired doesn't make you lazy or incapable. It makes you human. There's only so much a person can carry before they begin to crack. We're not machines, we have limits. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to need rest. It's okay to ask for help. But it's also important to recognize that being tired doesn't mean you're failing. It means you've been pushing hard for a long time, and you deserve a break. So, take that break. Rest. Recharge. Let go of the idea that you need to be constantly on the go to prove your worth. You are enough, even when you're tired. The key is to recognize when it's time to pause and reset. It's easy to get caught up in the constant hustle, but that doesn't lead to lasting success. Rest is just as important as action. In fact, sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to step back, take a breath, and allow yourself the space to rejuvenate. It's in those moments of rest that we gain clarity, strength, and perspective. There's a powerful shift that happens when you allow yourself to simply be, without the pressure of needing to do or achieve something. You begin to understand that your worth doesn't come from what you produce or accomplish. It comes from who you are. And who you are is enough. You might be wondering, then, how to get out of this cycle. How do you move from guilt, devastation, and exhaustion to a place of peace, joy, and fulfillment? It's not an easy path, but it's possible. The first step is accepting where you are right now. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to like it or agree with it, it simply means you stop fighting against it. Fighting your current reality only makes it more difficult to move forward. When you accept where you are, you allow yourself the space to grow. The next step is to release the weight of guilt, devastation, and exhaustion. Let go of the belief that these emotions define you. They are simply experiences, not your identity. Allow yourself to feel them, acknowledge them, and then move forward. You don't have to stay stuck in these emotions forever. You can choose to release them and move on. Another step is to nurture yourself. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the grace you would offer to a loved one going through a difficult time. Self-compassion is one of the most powerful tools for healing and transformation. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel vulnerable, to feel hurt, and to feel lost. But don't stay in that place. Show yourself love, and allow yourself to heal. Remember, it's not about pushing through at all costs. It's about finding balance, listening to your needs, and allowing yourself the space to heal and grow. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be real with yourself. And when you do that, you'll begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's also talk about the concept of guilt once more. Guilt often keeps us stuck in places we don't want to be. When we carry around guilt, we unknowingly allow it to control our actions and dictate our thoughts. But you are not defined by your past mistakes. What matters most is what you do today. How you choose to move forward and treat yourself from this point on will determine who you become. Release the hold that guilt has over you and make the conscious decision to focus on your present and your future. We often forget the power of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means making space for something new, for healing, and for growth. It's in letting go of old burdens and unhealthy attachments that we make room for better opportunities, healthier relationships, and a greater sense of inner peace. Let go of the things and thoughts that hold you back, and you'll be amazed at what can start to unfold in your life. Sometimes, it's the smallest shifts that make the biggest difference. Even small changes in your daily routine, your mindset, or the way you view yourself can have profound effects on your life. Start by being kinder to yourself. Start by being honest with yourself about what you need. And start by recognizing that it's okay to not have all the answers, as long as you're willing to keep learning and growing. Now, let's get to the conclusion of this message. As we've discussed, we all face moments where we feel overwhelmed, guilty, and stuck. But this isn't where your story ends. The most important thing you can do right now is to give yourself permission to take a break, to rest, and to heal. You don't have to keep pushing through everything without ever taking the time to nurture yourself. You don't have to live up to anyone else's standards of success. You get to decide what happiness looks like for you. I encourage you to take the lessons you've learned from this point forward and use them to create a life that aligns with your true self. It's time to move forward with purpose, even if that purpose is simply to rest and recharge. Honor yourself by acknowledging where you are right now and recognizing that it's okay to feel the way you feel. But also know that you have the power to create change. You have the power to transform your reality, to let go of the weight that has been holding you back, and to move towards something better. You are capable of more than you realize. So, let go of guilt, release the weight of your past, and think of the power of moving forward, no matter how slow the process may seem. Take things one step at a time. And always remember that you are worthy of love, peace, and success. Believe in yourself, even when it's hard to do so. You have everything you need within you to make the changes you desire. And even on the toughest days, you can keep going. You are not alone, and you are not defined by your struggles. You have the power to rise. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to show your support. Hit that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment to do so. By subscribing, you'll stay connected and get more content like this to support your growth.